ജി എസ് ടിയിൽ വലിയ മാറ്റങ്ങളാണ് സംഭവിക്കാൻ പോകുന്നത്. ജി എസ് ടി പുതിയ സ്ട്രക്ചർ വരുന്നതോടുകൂടി, പുതിയ റേറ്റുകൾ വരുന്നതോടുകൂടി ഏതൊക്കെ സാധനങ്ങൾക്കാണ്, സേവനങ്ങൾക്കാണ് വില കൂടുക, ഏതിനൊക്കെയാണ് കുറയുക എന്നത് സംബന്ധിച്ച് വലിയൊരു അനിശ്ചിതത്വം നിലനിൽക്കുന്നുണ്ട്. ഈ സമയത്ത് അതിനെക്കുറിച്ച് വളരെ വ്യക്തമായൊരു മറുപടി തരാൻ ഏറ്റവും യോജിച്ചയാൾ, അതിൻ്റെ ഏറ്റവും പ്രധാനപ്പെട്ട ആൾ തന്നെ ജി എസ് ടി ചീഫ് കമ്മീഷണർ തന്നെ ഇപ്പോൾ നമ്മളോടൊപ്പമുണ്ട്. ശ്രീ S.K റഹ്മാൻ IRS 1992 ബാച്ച് IRS ഉദ്യോഗസ്ഥനാണ്. 32 വർഷത്തിലേറെയായി ഇന്ത്യയുടെ റവന്യൂ സർവീസിൽ ജോലി ചെയ്യുന്ന അദ്ദേഹം കഴിഞ്ഞ 6 മാസത്തോളമായി കേരളത്തിൽ ഉണ്ട്. ഇപ്പോൾ കുറച്ചുകൂടി വലിയൊരു ഉത്തരവാദിത്വവുമായി അദ്ദേഹം ഡൽഹിക്ക് പോവുകയാണ്. അതിനു മുമ്പ് കുറച്ച് സമയം അദ്ദേഹം ന്യൂസ് മലയാളം പ്രേക്ഷകർക്ക് വേണ്ടി തൻ്റെ വിലപ്പെട്ട സമയം നൽകുന്നു. We have with us S.K Rahman IRS. For the viewers, I am warmly welcoming you to the show, sir.
Thank you for this.
The viewers want to know a lot from you, particularly about the GST structure and the new changes.
Yeah.
Before that, how was your tenure in Kerala? I will ask about the changes you implemented here later. Maybe I reserve that question for later. How was your tenure in Kerala?
I've been looking after indirect taxes, that is customs, GST and central excise in Kerala from 6th March 2025 onwards. For last 6 months, we have seen a lot of changes here. The GST revenue collections of Kerala state from the central government point of view have been very comfortable. We are growing at a growth rate of around 11%. My experience with Kerala in the last 6 months has been very pleasant. I have been saying this, I will repeat it again, saying that Kerala taxpayers by default are honest. Mostly they will pay the taxes. Knowingly they will not evade. Maybe 1 or 2 incidents maybe here, but otherwise the tax collection experience here has been very smooth and comfortable.
On behalf of the viewers and the taxpayers, I am thanking you for that.
Thanks a lot.
Sir, after much debates and discussions, the GST rates have been amended. In a layman's point of view, what's the basic tax player is, how he's going to benefit from this two-slab structure?
Yeah,
in a layman's point of view.
Yeah, I'll put it in this perspective. Number one, it has become a simpler rate structure. Yeah. Earlier there used to be a 0%, 5%, 12%, 18% and 28%. Now what is mainly is 0, that is exempted, and we have 5% and directly 18%. The in-between rate of 12% has been removed. With this, with the two-slab structure, it becomes easier for consumers to understand whether their rates fall under 5 or whether their rate fall under 18. Number 2, the less confusion in the bills. For example, shopkeepers, for example, restaurants, for example, service provider. Everyone was wondering for a particular service or good whether we should classify under 5 or 12 or 18. Now the picture is very clear that mostly it is 5, and if not, they fall under 18. 3, the ease of compliance, that is for the businesses, it becomes easier. For example, you take a restaurant, you take a hotel, what do they do for small traders and manufacturers, or let's say shopkeepers? The fewer lap slip will give them simpler accounting. It becomes easier for them to account. And most important benefit which I see for the consumers is that lower prices on essentials. For example, you are saying that the 12% has been demolished and most of the items have come into 5%, and very few items have gone into 8%. So considering this, the present two-slab structure is going to be much beneficial, not only to the consumers and also to the shopkeepers, restaurants and traders and manufacturers.
Regarding the price structure, it is said that whether the traders are going to pass down this reduction benefit to the customers. It is being said that bringing down the price of consumer goods is nearly 0. Do you think that actually the price will come down and the MRPs will appear lesser in future after the implementation?
Now, it is mandatory, I feel, it is mandatory for the people to pass on the benefit of rate reduction to the consumers. Now, unlike earlier, we don't have anti-profiteering measures, meaning earlier, if the benefit is not passed on to the consumer, government had a provision with respect to which the consumer or the party can go approach the anti-profiting authority, anti-profiting tribunal, and say that this has not been passed on, but no such thing. Today, now we are relying upon a trust-based mechanism with less intrusion to the suppliers, traders and manufacturers, that they will pass on the benefit of this particular rate reduction to the consumer. To this extent, I wanted to say that the rates which were there earlier, as I mentioned to you, 5, 12, 18, now we have only 5 and 18. So automatically it is expected that the MRPs are changed. Automatically it is expected that the goods in stock with these traders, manufacturers, they do the price revision and they pass it on the benefit to the consumer. The Ministry of Consumer Affairs is looking after this. They have issued initially one circular, 9925, wherein what they have guided is that if you are having a product, if MRP is stuck up there earlier already, now you are required to refix another label showing a new MRP adjacent to that without cutting the earlier MRP. They given a circular on 9.
That's a curious question. I need to ask that if after the implementation, after the stipulated date, the product should call back and need to relabel. I mean, the products that are already in the supply chain, how are you going to deal with the situation?
Not exactly call back. Government of India, Ministry of Circular, Consumer Affairs, Food and Public Distribution, they have issued one circular 99. In which what they have said is they have given you the permission to the manufacturers. I'm just reading out from the circular. Our packers, our importers of pre-packaged commodities do declare the revised price, revised MRP on the unsold stock. They have given a
need to declare
circular.
the prices.
Need to declare the
but in the
revised
packets,
prices.
the prices are may be different.
Packets, the prices may be different. Packaging material would have been printed much longer than what they have anticipated. So for this purpose, after issuing the 9 September circular, they have issued another circular on 18/9/2025. First advice they are telling is that you affix the new MRP adjacent to that. Then they are supposed to publicize some newspapers about the changes. That requirement has been waived off. And they have advised them in the detailed circular how to go about the price reduction.
There will be a relaxation for a short span of time.
No, relaxation with respect to publication. I'll read out for you. They are saying that there are some, consequently, they are supposed to publish in, so they have to issue under Rule 18.3 to issue advertisement about the revised prices in 2 newspapers by manufacturers. That particular thing, I think they have waived off so that you don't have to issue that because well known. But they have advised I will read out, the manufacturers, packers and importers shall take, they said shall means mandatory, shall take immediate measures to sensitize dealers, retailers and consumers about the revision in GST rates though it is possible through all possible channels of communication, including electronic, print and social media. This is the circular that they have given.
Regarding Kerala, the hospitality sector is prime, as you know. And what about the hotel rents and other rates? Are it going to coming down?
Yeah. Now, I will come to the hotel rate. Kerala, you rightly said, saying that hospitality sector is very, very important. Yes. You have seen that. Now, hotel room tariffs, what has happened is, for a room which is less than 7,000 rupees per day, per unit, now they have reduced the rate from 12% to 5%, right? Now, with this, automatically it is expected that the room rent service, what we are paying, room rent we are paying maybe 7,000 or let's say 6,900 or 6,500. That may stay the same. But as a consumer, when they go, instead of paying the higher slab rate, I'm paying the lower slab rate. That is what is the advantage. Not only that, the linked factor to the hospitality sector is about food and beverages in restaurants. Now, food and beverage restaurant will stay at 5%. That is, without ITC, it is there. And this is already in the structure. There is no confusion. Suppose in a hotel, there is a restaurant inside. In the hotel also, there are certain restaurants. So, they are supplying at 18%. So, for that also, now there will be a price revision in which they will have to revise the prices of the restaurant that are within the hotel premises. Third, I will say about tour packages. Many bundled tour packages should be there where accommodation, food and transported fall in that 18% rate. Now they fall under 18%, as earlier it used to be 28%. This is very, very important for the viewers.
Apart from tourism, another curious question is, according to your expertise and as per your view, what are the products and services are going to become cheaper and what are likely to become costlier?
To put easy for the viewers of the TV channel, what I would say, I'll just read out few of them which have become very easy. I'll just cover few of the items which I wanted to say. Now, for example, let us start with two-wheelers. Now, two-wheelers where the CC, 350cc is less than 350cc. Earlier it used to be 28, now it has come to 18%. Now, it's not that bike rate has come down. What you have to see is Less cost for the two-wheelers means more savings. That is one.
Mm.
Two, ensuring ease of living. You are making affordable daily mobility. You are having mobility which is you can affordable. And most important, I will say is that it will boost gig workers, that is delivery and ride partners, save upon the purchase and running costs.
Yes.
Well, it's not just the rate slab that you are seeing, and you will have to also see its implications. Second, I would like to say, let us talk about daily essential items. Let us say hair oil, shampoo, toothpaste, toilet, etc. Toilet soap, bath, toothbrushes, shaving cream, all of them now came down from 18. I'm not 12, 18 to directly to 5. Similarly, I could say that butter, ghee, cheese, dairy products from 12 to 5%, then pre-packaged namkins, etc. 12 to 5, utensils 12 to 5, feeding bottles 12 to 5, sewing machines parts 12 to 5. Then you have this slightly richer item, that is affordable appliance. Let us say TV, fridge, air conditioner, etc. All of them have come down from 28. It used to be the highest slab of 28. From 28, it has come to 18%. Then you can see that is about dishwashers, TVs, and air conditioners. Then you can talk about, let's say, carpets for home textiles. It used to be 12%. It has come to 5%. Now you talk about cars. Cars, you will heard of it. I think lot of coverage has been done. Earlier, it used to be around 28%. It has come to now 18% for the cars. Next, you can talk of agriculture side products. Let's say tractors, 12 to 5. Let us say tractor tires and parts. They have come from 18 to 5. Let us say drip irrigation system from agriculture point of view. So they had come from 12 to 5. Let's talk about agricultural, horticultural, or forestry machines, etc. It has come from 12 to 5. Then let us talk about some food ingredients such as glycerol, dextrine, etc. All of them has been reduced from 18 to 5. Let us say parota. We call it paratha here. Earlier there was a confusion. Earlier it used to be 18%, whereas on chapati it used to be 5%. Now both have been made nil.
The confusion is over.
Confusion is clear now. Similarly, I can go on like this. There is art and handicraft and style, that has come down from 12 to 5. I want to say about medical equipment. Medical equipment means such as, you can say medical grade oxygen, all diagnostic kits and reagents, glucometer, test strips, corrective spectacles, all of them have come from 12 to 5. Everyday hygiene, that is daily needs, soap, shampoos, etc. I have already mentioned from 18 to 5% it has come down. Then I also want to say about insurance. It's another very important aspect. That is, individual health and life insurance are now free, GST free. Absolutely. Earlier it used to be 18%, now it has become 0. And everyday items like you are saying tableware, kitchenware, other household articles, all this it has come from 12 to 5. Then I would like to also mention about what can I say about packing material which used to go, because it affects a lot. Every product manufactured and sold has to be in a packing material that has come from 12 to 5. So like that I can keep
You
on
are prepared
saying.
for this. It is actually like a budget speech.
I don't want to.
If you're coming to the traders and manufacturers, after the 56th GST meeting, benefits will be hassle-free. What actually is going to happen to the traders and manufacturers at large? What benefits are going to happen?
First thing, according to me, I mean, it's an advice only, according to me, is that if you are using ERP and accounting systems, you have to revise GST rates in your invoicing, in your accounting, in your billing and ERP system to reflect the latest rates there. Number two, I will say that there is a HSN that is kept here. For every commodity, it is identified by HSN. For every service, it is identified by SAC. So those which were using earlier for each commodity, please kindly revise now, because as per the custom tariff, it has been done. So better to see for the new rates, what is your correct HSN. If it is the same, you mention the same. I have no issue. Number two advice from me is that review pricing and contract. This is very, very important. I am telling you. Recalculate pricing of impacted goods, which are the goods which are imported, and services to pass on the benefits where rates are reduced and manage cost implications if there is an increase in rates. And assess necessity for the contract amendments due to GST rate changes. Third, communicate with stakeholders. There shall be a complete communication. Inform the customers of price changes due to revised GST rates. Update suppliers and vendors, especially in the new rate applicable to purchases which are in transit, and the input credits. The greatest thing in the supply chain is the input credit mechanism. So how much impact it is making on input credit, that is review what is your ITC, because some products it has become nil, and nil if it is there, then you cannot take ITC. So then it becomes a cost. Some products it has become reduced ITC. So what was your ITC flow prior? My total tax liability 5 lakhs. Earlier I used to have ITC flow of 3 lakhs. I used to pay through cash ledger 2 lakhs. But today, according to my revised rate, what would be my input credit that will be having? So one has to assess the changes in ITC accumulation, availing and revised, how I have to handle that. And last and most important, according to me, is that conduct product or service classification audit. You do one audit again, just to see, re-examine the HSN and service code that you are using, and update legal and contractual templates. If you are having to amend a contract, or if you are having to amend a purchase order, if you are having to amend a sales agreement, please do that immediately. For this purpose, I also advise that you will have to train the teams and strengthen compliance. See, the conduct training of the finance team, your accounting team, your sales team, your procurement team about the GST changes, and sensitize them, saying that this is the changes that happened. As a good businessman, you shall monitor the compliance dates. Particularly, it's going to come from 22nd September, and in a phased implementation, so that there are no difficulties for you. Because if you do not pass on, you may get into risk. It's called regulatory risk.
Yes.
Regulatory risk means enforcement authorities may do something. So you have to calculate what would be the risk of not following.
So please, traders and manufacturers.
No, I'm not scaring or anything. I'm only saying that it's a risk for not passing it on. So considering everybody, particularly Kerala, most of the people are tax compliant, my advice is that better to stick to the tax law, right side of the law, so that we can have
I was saying the
benefits.
same. Please, not this from the most expert, the topmost authority. Take the advice, please. Anyhow, sir, my second question is also related to this. Right from the induction 7 years back, the trade bodies are complaining that the hardships, the problems in filing e-returns. In the new system, what is going to change on that?
Now, they have announced in the 56 GST Council meeting that law will be suitably amended. The eligible exporters and those who are facing the inverted duty structure will receive 90% of provisional refund within days, could be 7 days, within days, drastically improving the working capital of the business. So that's the biggest benefit that has been done in this 56 Council meeting. They have also said that simpler GST registration, meaning if your output supply per month is less than 2.5 lakhs per month, then when you apply for GST registration, it will be given automatically. Low risk businesses with monthly output below 2.5 lakh can receive registration within 3 days. Small e-commerce sellers can benefit from pan-India registration by bypassing the complex principal place of business requirement in this. So that is one thing that they have done. Second, which benefit that they have mentioned about return filing, it's indirectly connected to return filing only, is about amendment of post-sale discount. Suppose you offer some at price, after post-sale you are going to offer them a discount. So earlier section, and now as it exists also, was very difficult that even if you offer discount, you cannot, you will have to give away the GST, ITC taken on that. Now they have made it very clear, very clearly they have clarified, saying that if there is a post-sale discount, it is going to affect you on cost savings, it is going to affect on compliance, it is going to benefit you by not reversing the ITC that you have taken, because otherwise earlier it was a cumbersome revision. These are the few measures that have been taken in the 56 GST Council meeting, which directly or indirectly benefit your return file.
Coming back to the tax paying pattern in Kerala, you have already mentioned that are you satisfied with the GST collection in Kerala, and what are the areas need to be where improvement needed?
Yeah. Coming to my Kerala experience, you started with the discussion. What I have seen here is that for the last 2-3 years, 2023-24 compared with 24-25, growth rate used to be only 5%. But today, now if we are seeing from April to end of August, our revenue, if you take, what was last year in 2024 and what is now in 2025, there is a growth rate of approximately 12%.
12%.
How is this 12% growth rate has come? How is that GST revenue for the central government in Kerala state is giving? All over India is around 10%. It's not very uncommon. But why it was earlier 5%, now it has gone to 12%. I will summarize in two silos. First one is that for last 6 months, what we have been doing is we have been attempting to create a proper ecosystem where the taxpayer voluntarily complies with the law. How did we do that? We went on conducting a trade facilitation meeting, started first with Kochi, then we went to Kozhikode and Tirunanthapuram. Then after that, we started interacting with the district level or local trade association. For example, Thrissur Chamber of Commerce, we had a meeting with them because Thrissur, is well famous for excellent entrepreneurs and lot of businesses are based there, gems and jewelry, many business. We went and interacted with them. We conducted, not only myself as a chief commissioner, along with accompanied by 2 commissioners, Commissioner GST as well as Commissioner Customs. Some of the issues we have solved them. Some of the issues which are required to be attended at Delhi level, we have sent it to them. So they were very satisfied. Then they said, saying that, look, when the department is coming 2 steps forward, we should also comply with the law. Number 2, I have ensured that the GST registration process becomes very streamlined. I have to proud to say that the Tirunanthapuram zone, that is Kerala and Lakshadweep, has been recognized as number 1 rank in India on this GST day on 1st July 2025. Our CBSE chairman by Revenue Secretary, they have invited me for the recognition that they are given to Kerala as being number 1 state in quick registration. It's a proud moment for all the Kerala people because the credit goes to actually Kerala people. How people are so educated when they come for registration, they come so much prepared. There's nothing that the officer has to do. You just have to see that, approve it and give. So that's why we became the state with the fastest registration process giving. The entire credit of number 1 coming or a reform state being recognized goes to the taxpayers. It is the taxpayers who are undergoing the process. It is the taxpayers who are paying the tax. We are only trying to facilitate them.
Okay, sir, that's clear. He got only a short span in Kerala, say 6 months. You also here. Congrats for all these achievements and thanks for your grand words about Kerala. And finally, you are selected to the appellate tribunal. And when is the hearings are going to start?
Yeah. GST appellate tribunal is something that everybody was eagerly waiting to do that. Eagerly waiting to get it, organized and get it working. See, what happens, as I mentioned about GST appeals, first level appeal is at Joint Commissioner appeals and Commissioner appeal. Suppose you are aggrieved of that, you are not happy with that order, you will have to go in appeal. Where will you go? GST appellate tribunal was not formed. From 2017 onward, GST came, but it was yet to be formed. So now it has been formed. In fact, they have selected a lot of members. I am one of the members who got selected as a member technical center for GST appellate tribunal. Now, in the 56 GST Council meeting also, they have said saying that for the pending appeals that are there, that are to be filed immediately now, the last date for filing has been announced, the pending appeals. Now, the hearings, they have selected the members. They are now making the infrastructure ready at each of the benches. There is one principal bench at Delhi. There are 32 state benches. Like in Kerala also, we have 2 benches. The primary bench is at Ernakulam and the additional bench is at Tirunanthapuram. Okay. Now, in Ernakulam, there will be 1 member judicial and 1 member technical. And at Tirunanthapuram also, there will be 1 member judicial, member technical. Apart from that means 1 bench consists of 2 judicial members and 2 technical members. One of the technical member will come from the state, one of the technical member come from the center. 2 judicial members is there. So 1 judicial, 1 member technical will sit, another judicial, another member. It's called DB. DB1, DB2. One will be sitting at Tirunanthapuram, other will be sitting at Ernakulam. The hearings, infrastructure is getting ready. They have announced in the 56 GST Council meeting that hearings will be starting anytime in November, December. So with that, the great relief is that today, if you are agreed on first level appellate, second level appellate authority was not there. People who are going to High Court cause lot of inconvenience. And High Courts, with due regards, we have too much workload, and again, this workload adding to them. That too, they have to go as a writ appeal. It is not on merits. So that becomes a very difficult legal process for the taxpayers. Now, arrival of GST gives them big benefit because, believe me, I have worked as a principal commissioner, authorized representative to SESTAT. I myself have argued cases before honorable benches for 2 years. I have for the customs cases I have argued. The SESTAT or GST appellate tribunal, these tribunals are the places where you get justice. And to that extent, I will assure you saying that Government of India has done an excellent thing by starting the GST, which is going to benefit 1.52 crore GST taxpayers all over India.
All the best for your broader and greater
Thanks, sir.
next
Thank you. So
run,
nice
sir.
of you.
And thank you very much for your valuable time and the valuable updates. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thanks.